We are live. Whoa, better get that out of my pocket. That looks pretty sloppy. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where in the country you are. This is Coach Manny, and I'm just excited and ecstatic to be with you today on today's teaching about the number one secret to sales success. And you see what it is. Pick up the phone and have a conversation. Bet you didn't think that was going to be the answer, did you? It's great to be live here today. We are doing actually our first business broadcast from Coach Manny. We've been doing a lot on the private side. We're excited you're here today. Please let us know you're out there. Please give us some pluses out there. We would really appreciate it. So the number one secret to sales success is pick up the phone and have a conversation. Period. Every day. You're bombarded by every new way that exists to sell, aren't you? Everybody has the latest, the greatest methods. You go onto Facebook, onto LinkedIn, and you'll be overwhelmed by ads for stuff out there that's going to make you the greatest in sales, right? Email, text, social media, all these. By the way, they are all great. I use them all myself, and they are tremendous tools. But that's what they are, tools. You see, sales is done by you and by me, not by the tools. Just like you don't build a house, a hammer doesn't build a house. A saw doesn't build a house. They don't build cars. You do. And it's you that makes the difference. If they don't talk to you, it's never going to happen. Do we get that? It's never going to happen if they don't talk to you. If you feel frustrated because you know this, and yet you got salespeople that are working for you, or you got a team, or you own a company and you can't get this, you can't convince the team to do it, don't feel like the Lone Ranger out there. Join the gang. See, the trouble is we have to stop ignoring this key factor, and we have to start doing it. If your sales is not growing, I strongly encourage you to give this a very detailed look. To create great sales, you need to pick up the phone. You still need to make all kinds of calls, and that includes making cold ones for those of you who hate it. You still need to interrupt people, because interrupting people is still the way we close business. I don't care who out there says whatever. I've been doing this long as they have, and I think many of you have been following my stuff for a long time. You know you've got to interrupt people. It's not going to change. People are busy. They're busier today than ever, and you still got to interrupt them. That's how you create the sales. So let's look at 3 keys today that I want to share with you. Number 1, and this isn't anything new I'm sharing today. If you've been following me, I've shared these same concepts I don't know how many times with you before. Number 1, schedule time every day to make calls. Let me re-emphasize that again. Schedule time every day. Every day. I don't care if you're on the road. I don't care if you're at a conference. If you're working and you're not on vacation, schedule time every day to make calls. And most of us make them anyway. Block out time on your calendar. Set an appointment. From 10 to 12 today, I'm going to make calls. From 2 to 3 tomorrow, I'm going to make calls. Put it out there just like an appointment. It is an appointment. It's an appointment with you to make calls. No matter what else you have going on, if you're working today, you will spend some time today making calls. Doing this is is a success factor. During this time, you make calls, and that's it. You make calls, that's it. No interruptions from anyone. It's just not acceptable. Nothing but dialing for dollars. Can you do that? If you can, you've just put in number one. This will make it work. Thanks for being with us out there today, by the way. Number two, pump yourself up. Pump yourself up. Get your attitude to outstanding. I was teaching a leadership class this week to a group of leaders in a bigger company, and we emphasized this attitude. And I tried to get to them this point, but they already knew it. Attitude drives it all. We started the day with attitude drives it all. We ended the day. Now do you see? Attitude drives it all. We spent an entire day with leadership training, but when we ended the day, it was still, you can do everything I've taught you today, but it's still about attitude that makes you outstanding. Get your mind focused. If you're going to do calls, if you're going to work this, you got to be there. You got to be there 100%. Your mind has to be there. You have to be able to compartmentalize, which is the new word out there today, isn't it? People got to compartmentalize. And just, this is where I'm at right now. And everything else is not relative right now. You focus your mind. You know how important it is to make and be successful with these calls. Commit yourself and to making the success great success. As one of my great mentors, Tony Robbins, the great motivator, taught me this many years ago. He does it before every engagement. And if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, you know the excitement's there. Everybody's pumped up, charged up. And the reason is because Tony is pumped up and charged up, and he's on that stage. And when you're pumped up, you might not be screaming and jumping and doing some of the things that Tony does or some of the things that even I do. But you will have a winning attitude, and it will make a tremendous difference. Number three, really simple, make the calls. Can't put it any simpler than that. Make the calls. Take the action. Do it. This is actually the simplest step, but it's also the one that so many times doesn't happen. People just don't pick up the phone. When somebody says to me, I'll get back to you Monday, if you don't call me Monday, I probably won't take your call. Now, if you call me Friday, I'm okay with it. But if you don't call me till afterwards, I got a problem. Good salesperson can do $20 to $25 an hour. Most people do less than 10 calls a day. Not an hour. 10 calls a day. And I'm probably doubling the amount of calls most people can make. Most people make 5. And you think I'm off target. Listen to the people out there who are teaching, who are doing it, who are making success. People just aren't picking up the phone. If you pick up the phone, you'll get the business. I did a piece this morning, a quick piece. Many of you may have seen it. And the piece was very simple, wasn't it? What did I teach about this morning? Very simple. Go look it up. I'm not going to tell you. Take action 1 hour every day. You'll be amazed. It is that simple? Yes. It is that simple? Yes. You can do it that easily? Yes. It is that simple? Yes. Do you believe that? That's the question most people have to ask. And It's the question that's out there for most people today. So it is that simple. Does it really work? Yes, it really works. If you follow these 3 simple, easy principles, schedule the time, pump yourself up, and then make the calls, you will be successful. You can still do all those other things. All the other things that you're doing to pump your numbers up is great. But like I said this morning, and I'll just check you in here, is if you can't measure it, then why are you trying to control it? Right? Can you measure the amount of time you make calls? And if your calls aren't working, then maybe you need to increase the time. Can you measure the amount of calls you make? You can. And if your process isn't working, can you make more calls? Yes, those are measurable things. And if the outcome isn't there, you can work on the input. To sell, you got to pick up the phone. You got to talk to people regardless of all the great tools. And I use them all, and we market them all, and we work with all that stuff, but you still got to pick up the phone. And if you need to get better, if you or your team isn't where you want to be, this is what I want you to do. I want you to pick up that phone right now and call me, 856-364-5867. 856-364-5867. Or text me and say, I need help. And we will help you. Call me or set up an appointment. Let's go. Let's work this, because this is going to make a huge difference in your life and in your business. Hey, this is Coach Manny. This has been great. I love working with you today. I hope you'll take this video and it'll help you to make a big difference in growing your company. CoachManny.com. You know where we're at.